So this is a continued review of the Dell Studio 14, the 1458 with the i7 processor. Before I talked a little bit about the makeup of the laptop, the outside, and keyboard layout and stuff like that. And today I'm going to kind of focus on stuff like heat and noise, battery life, benchmarking performance, and stuff like that. So as you can see here, I ran the free Crystal Mark, which is a benchmarking software, and you can kind of see the details of this laptop. And your hard drive might be a little bit different than mine because, as I said before, I've added a SSD, and this thing is pretty fast. You can see here it's 242 megabytes per second on read. That's pretty impressive, I think. Also, I'm being recorded on the microphone of the laptop itself. I didn't want to use an external mic because I wanted to give you an idea what it sounds like on the system mic. As far as the processor goes, it is the i7, it's the Q720 at 1.6 gigahertz. That's a 4-core processor with 2 threads per core. So if I look at the resource monitor, you can see it runs from CPU 0 all the way down here to CPU 7. You can see there's a couple of them that are parked, not being used right now, and it comes with this handy widget that tells what the performance is. It's got some kind of turbo mode. So for instance, if I take this down here, put it down on the side here, and change my battery or my balance to high performance, you'll be able to see that it's already kicked up on the processing power. It wants to treat it as higher than a 1.6, which is pretty nice. So anyway, y'all can come back to this Crystal Mark data to find out more information about how you compare to this machine. What I'm going to try to do is get off screen and rip a movie. I'm going to rip a movie using Handbrake, and I'm going to monitor the battery life on battery power, also heat and noise. So I'll do that right now. Okay, so here I am. What I'm going to do is make sure that my battery power is on, or my performance is on high performance. And now what I'll do is I'll disconnect the power so that I'm strictly on battery power now, and we'll see what kind of performance it can give us. You can't read that, but it says 98%. So I'll come over here with my Handbrake, and I've already got it queued up. So I'm gonna well, before I start it, let's see what we got going on here. So right now we're at about 60 decibels. I wanted to stop talking there for a second so I can get a better look at it. And I put it, pretty close to the vent. Let's check it out one more time. Yeah, about 60. So let the camera focus in here. So I'll start this up. Again, the processor is not really working too hard. I'm going to click it now. So, yep, there it goes. There's my window that fired up, and I should notice some of my processor kicking on right now to the turbo mode. So it says it's going to take about an hour still to do this movie, and I'm doing it on the iPhone settings. So that's still, you know, a long time to do this. But let's look at not that, this. Look at the cores. So look at the cores now. On all the cores are really kicking into overdrive. Even though this says parked, it's still seeing a lot of action. I heard my fans kick on. Let's see what it is, what it's reading now. So just a little bit more. The most I've ever seen this is about 77 decibels. But it seems to be really cranking it out, but still the monitor says about, I don't know, 50%. So it's about 2% done. Yeah, it looks like it's really going to take that long. What else here? The processor's still, you know, not really working too hard. And again, the battery life is looking, you can't see that, but it says about an hour and 5 minutes of time remaining. And that's, again, on performance. So I bet if I move down to balance, you know, of course the battery will last a lot longer, but you know, you didn't buy this to be in balanced mode. At least I didn't. Anyway, we'll see how this performs. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I didn't talk about heat, so let's talk about heat. So basically, I'm going to tip this over on its back here, and so this is the bottom of the machine, and I'm gonna hit it with this gun, and I'm just gonna go back and forth like this, and it should tell me. So maximum was 105 degrees, and it's probably right over here. Yep. So there is 106 and 102. That seems to be the hot spot. So on this, man, it's really dark here. Let me turn the light on. Alright, so now you can see the back here. All of these vents here, I'm not sure if all of them are intakes, but my little piece of paper here, a little tissue, tells me that only one of them is active right now, and that's this one. So not sure what the deal is with that, but it's definitely pretty warm right there. So I imagine that's going to be on your lap. Seems to be cools off in other areas, but this seems to be the hot zone right here. Yeah, really hot right there where that screw is. So here's the exhaust. So we're talking 120, somewhere around that range, and still about 74, 75. We're only 35 minutes left, and battery power is looking like 46 minutes, 82%. So you know what? There's still 33 minutes left. My CPUs are pretty much pegged here. Um, my CPU usage is in the 90 percentile, and looks like my battery life is looking about 46 minutes left. So I'm not going to run through the whole thing. That's going to give you a pretty good idea of what the battery life is. I think the hysteresis really kind of tapered off, so that's going to be accurate. So I hope that answers a couple of your questions. If you have any more, feel free to leave a post. Thanks.